Greetings, everybody, and welcome to yet another MCU Phase 3 review here on the Media Files. So, after getting Black Panther, adding a whole bunch of new characters to the MCU, it's time for the first team up. That's right, Avengers 3. So, everybody was all excited when they announced that they were going to finally do the Infinity War. That's right. Thanos is finally on his way to cause mayhem and destruction, and the Avengers have to band together once again to save the universe from the ultimate evil. And so they teased that this movie was going to be a two-parter. We're like, sweet, Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. About a few months before it comes out, they just name it Infinity War. So they're like, oh, okay. Are we going to have a different subtitle for the next movie? You'll have to wait and find out what that is. So, of course, I'm talking about the all-star lineup that is Avengers Infinity War. Directed, once again, by Joe and Anthony Russo. Man, I don't know how these guys are able to pull in all of these characters together in one movie. I mean, my God. I mean, this movie's it goes nuts. It's all over the place. And, you get your typical blue thing there. Code doesn't work if you manage to get a cop look at it, but yeah, code don't work. So we have just a huge cast of characters, and not only that though, we have the brand new villain Thanos, played by Josh Brolin. Such an amazing CG done for this movie, and not only that though, I mean, within the opening sequence, Hulk gets his ass whipped, and that's something that we've never seen Hulk really get done that quickly. Yeah, Iron Man may have done it a little bit while he was possessed, but not that fast. But I mean, man, I tell you what, though, the CG behind this movie was so well done, and not only that, though, they managed to get Peter Dinklage in here from Game of Thrones. Oh yeah, I mean, what can I say? The less I can say about this movie, the better, because this is basically the beginning of the end. Yeah, this is something that we've never really seen in a superhero movie before, where this is basically kind of like the Empire Strikes Back of the Avengers movies. Whereas, the first one and the second one were kind of like Star Wars and 1.5 or whatever. But what can I say, though? The less I say about this movie, the better. But Alan Silvestri returns to do the score for this movie. Great score. Very dark and very emotional in a lot of scenes. And so good. Not only that, though, the writing by Christopher Marcus and Stephen Freely, these guys know how to combine all these characters together for one movie. It's just amazing. So, yeah. So with that, let's go through the bonus features here real quick. So we have an intro by Joe and Anthony Russo. Strange Alchemy. Explore the new team ups and analyze how these creative choices will influence the future of the universe. The Mad Titan. Delve into the MCU's biggest, baddest villain and events he orchestrated throughout the film. They're talking about Thanos. Beyond the Battle, Wakanda. Beyond the Battle, Titan. The gag reel, deleted scenes, as well as an audio commentary by Joe and Anthony Russo, Christopher Marcus, and Stephen McFeely. But yeah, I mean, one thing I gotta say is probably there's so many good audience reactions out here just for this movie alone. Especially once they have the fight sequence on Titan. That alone was awesome to see. And I mean, like I said, this movie is basically, what we've been waiting for almost 10 years now, because they teased that there was going to be a big event happening and it would take at least 10 years to get there. Sure enough, it pays off. What can I say? The less I can say, the better, because this has to be watched on the biggest TV that you have. Period. So, yeah. So with that, we're starting to get down to the end here, but we still got a little bit more ways to go. That's just part 1. So with that, I will see you in the next MCU review here in the Media Files. Remember to please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next review.